Pressure from Warner Brothers Records is why this album was released. Some people love it, some people hate it. And Van Halen fans split down the middle. Next on Heels and Quads.
Get all the people tonight!
What slow songs at all?
We're the new thing.
None of us are from California. That's how come we don't sound like the Eagles.
Habitué of Hollywood's Star-Sparked Sunset Strip. Hopping and bopping and popping with the best bet for the boss beat at the top of the pop smash gold. For those of you with the timely taste.
With Van Halen is we just finished our new album, and it's been in the making for quite a while here. We took most of the last year, 1983, to make 1984.
Welcome back, Heels and Quads Media here on YouTube. I'm Tommy, and I'm not in my normal studio today, but I'm back nonetheless to bring you number 6 on my Van Halen ranking list. An album that I personally absolutely love. Some people love it, some people hate it. I think all Van Halen fans can agree it was rushed. One of the reasons why some people don't like this album is because the amount of covers. Van Halen, obviously, after this is their 5th album, releasing a string of these amazing albums. Granted, all of them have a cover song, or at least most of them have a cover song. Warner Brothers wanted a new Van Halen record out. Dave wanted to get a new Van Halen record out due to the fact that back then it was said that if you didn't release a new album, if you weren't touring, you kind of just fell by the wayside as far as rock bands go. However, Van Halen was pretty much the biggest band at this point, if not well on their way, maybe the Diver Down tour. Spoiler alert, today's video is about Diver Down. And this is one of only 2 remasters I have. Before I get into the video, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you think about Diver Down. Where does it rank on your list? A lot of you are probably going to have this album higher, and honestly, I do listen to this a lot because I thoroughly enjoy Van Halen cover songs. When Van Halen did a cover, whether it be You Really Got Me or like on this album, or If All the Good Times Gone, or even, Pretty Woman, which is one of their biggest charting singles of all time, they made it their own. Eddie had put a special twist on it, guitar twist on it, Alex on the skins, Michael thumping that bass, and of course, the ultimate frontman, David Lee Roth, just, wailing and squealing and everything, and the vocal harmonies. It's a phenomenal record, and it sounds amazing. Obviously, Ted Templeman at the helm. I want to know what you guys think. I mean, this is a ranking video, so the intro's long already, but just want to say that I really like this album, and it gets hard when you're ranking that original run from 78 to 84. It's really difficult because it depends on my mood. If I'm in an upbeat mood, I'm going to listen to this. I want to hear Dancing in the Street. I want to hear Pretty Woman. If I'm in a bad mood, I might put on Fair Warning, which almost went here. I'm like torn between where I'm going to put this, Fair Warning, and Women and Children First. And even 2, like you go back and you're trying to figure out, okay, maybe I don't like this album as much as I did when I first heard it as a teenager, or even as a kid in my case, because I heard these albums very early. Sammy was already in the band by the time I was born and heard these albums. So subscribe, like, comment, let me know where you rank Diver Down, and let's get into the breakdown. At number 6, Van Halen's Diver Down, released April 19th, 1982. Now, as I said in the opening, this album has a bunch of covers, and that's a lot of why this album gets put down here, but it's not that the covers are bad. The covers are great. And you might be wondering why they did so many covers. It's because they were on the road. The Fair Warning tour lasted forever. They just didn't have any time to write enough material for a brand new full album. I guess they could have done an EP, but that really doesn't... It's not Van Halen. And Dave loved doing covers. The band, even Eddie, liked doing covers. And it's been said that they really had a good time doing this album. Pretty Woman, obviously, all-time classic, Roy Orbison. How a hard rock band can take a song, an old, basically now a standard, a traditional song, and turn it into this big, huge, powerful, heavy rock song. And Eddie Eddie's guitar work on it is amazing. The video is so weird. One thing they do almost better than anybody that ever recorded covers, I mean, other than probably Elvis, was they could take a song and they had the ability to make it their own. And that's just the musical genius behind the band Van Halen, not just Eddie Van Halen, but I mean, they're all, you know, in their own right, a musical genius. Big Bad Billy, Sweet William Now. The band had Eddie and Alex's dad, Jan, on that song to play clarinet. It's crazy. When it was initially released, obviously it had mixed reviews. Some people loved it because of the cover song. Some people hated it. They released Pretty Woman early, and that was kind of like the label like chomping at the bit for them to be like, okay, just put an album out. We don't care if there's covers on it. All that being said, Lee's favorite song, Big Bad Billy, Sweet William Now.
Big Bad Billy, Sweet William Now.
Yes, it has Jan Van Halen on it playing clarinet. Yes, it's catchy as hell. Yes, it's jazzy, folky, old westerny vibe to it. You're vamping. I can't say that it's not Van Halen because everything is Van Halen when they're on it. It's got a whole different vibe to it. So as much as I like to sing along with it and as much as I listen to it, I'll put that here just because I'm fair and I do that with all of these albums. So I'm going to go with Big Bad Billy is Sweet William Now. Favorite song, Little Guitars. I mean, what else can I say about this song that I think everybody who's ever done this has said about Little Guitars? I think it's one of probably my favorite Van Halen songs, honestly. It's just so catchy. Obviously Eddie's guitar, Dave's like spunky, like islandy kind of señorita, and then, you know, catch as catch, catch as catch can. The harmonies on it, everything about it just screams Van Halen. And it's a shame that some people don't like this record. And I hope that even if they don't like this record, they still can get into this song and really sing along with it. Honorable mention. Some people are going to be so mad that I'm doing this, but I have to do it. I'm going with a combo. Intruder intro into Pretty Woman. That slide into Pretty Woman is so cool to this day. You watch the video, it's like a long form. It's almost like a Michael Jackson video because you get the intro and then you get the video as well. And it's such a weird, it's so weird. David Lee Roth is Captain Crunch. You get samurais, all that. It's just, it's a wacky video, even for this time. And like Dave is just like, he doesn't even lip sync in the video. He's just like stone faced talking on the phone and stuff. It's hilarious. But man, this version is incredible. And I've seen, you know, bar bands forever do cover Pretty Woman. I've sang covers of Pretty Woman before. And, you know, even seeing them in 2008, I thought this was one of the highlights of the night for me because I love the original. Roy Orbison was amazing. He so vocally Roy Orbison is just an insane talent. Was an insane talent and had so many hit songs. But yeah, I saw Van Halen do it. I've seen Bon Jovi do it. Both great versions. But, you know, Van Halen nailed it on this record. And there it was at number 6, Van Halen's Diver Down. Again, subscribe, like, comment, tell me where you rank Diver Down on your list of Van Halen discography, albums, whatever you want to call it, the studio records. So no live right here, right now, no live from Tokyo, just the straightforward studio albums. No need to rank greatest hits, compilations, whatever you want to call them, just the studio albums. So let me know on your list where Diver Down ranks. And I want to thank everybody for enjoying this series. The Different Kind of Truth video was the last one at number 7 and did very well. It's doing very well. People are still watching it. I love it. But Diver Down, I think it's underrated. I'm underrating it myself, honestly, because I think I listened to this album a lot. And a lot of it has to do with, I think, not only because I just really like cover songs, but because Little Guitars, like I've said 1,000 times already in this video, it's just a fun record. It's a fun party record. You turn this on and everybody's singing and dancing to it. So, again, thanks everybody for watching, and check out next time for number 5 in my Van Halen series. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, and I'll see you next time.